Right, so a large shipment of parts has arrived, and I should be able to get some more work done. There are unfortunately still a few key parts that are coming in another shipment. I've got 3 out right now. They have all short, 2 of them, most of them have shipped. Anyway, gonna tinker, gonna see how far I can get with the parts that have arrived, and then we'll continue to wait. Right, there is the lower section, or the lower gun deck of the middle section. Never you mind what this is all about. There's nothing to see here. And now I am, once again, stuck for parts. They will get here eventually, I'm sure. So I don't think I ordered any with this. Pretty sure I didn't. No. I need arches. I got these ones. I then changed my design to involve arches here, which I wasn't able to do in a previous iteration, but when I raised the gun deck it was then possible, and now I have to wait for those parts. But I can work on the bow and the stern, as I have some parts that were necessary for them, and we move on. Right, that is as far as I'm going to go today. I added as many of the gun ports and some additional supports as I could. Definitely got things looking pretty good. A couple of parts that I'm missing here in order to finish up the bow, and then obviously I need to work on the stern gallery, which I should have all the parts for that now. I believe all those parts are in. The complicated part that's going to be going back in here, and luckily there's lots of room because there's no stern chasers on this model, I'm going to motorize the rudder. Somebody mentioned that I could do that on the big one. The big one I want to be as accurate as possible, and there isn't as much spare room because guns and all of that. This one I'm planning to add some motorized action features just because it's neat. Someone mentioned it, hey, why don't you do this? I'm like, that's a great idea, I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna have a motorized rudder, motorized capstan. I think I still have, hopefully I still have some of the lower RPM, higher torque motors. And even then I'm gonna need to gear them down considerably. Probably end up using a bunch of worm gears to get the kind of gear reduction that I'm gonna need. But it should be fairly simple to actually fit it all in here and motorize it. The one for the capstan is going to be a little bit more complicated because there isn't quite as much dead space in there, but and that one also really needs to be really geared down. But I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. A lot of it will probably end up getting run underneath, down here under the hull, maybe. The capstan is going to be the more complicated one to... Well, again, I'm not worried about how it looks, so I guess I don't really need to be too worried about hiding it all, but I'd like to have it still look fairly decent. So, anyway, I'm gonna go get a snack and a drink and cool off, and then I'm gonna come back and continue working.